Too many is not as good as not having enough and everything. These three guys can flat play. Let's see what they do today against a very tough Utah team.
This game will not be coached by Steve Fisher, as Brian Dutcher will coach the San Diego State team. We'll explain in a moment. And Utah controls the ball. Travis Spivey.
Both teams like to play man-to-man.
Jacobson.
Utah will make the extra pass. That's why they're always so successful. They're never up there. Individual stats, team stats are there because they make the extra pass and they're unselfish.
Jeff Johnson out to Britton for three. He missed it. San Diego State has the rebound. And it's Brandon Smith, the transfer from Michigan. In low, Holcomb lost it. Britton Johnson to Jeff Johnson over Walton.
Pace of this game, once again, now San Diego State wants to run. Utah is very good at stopping transition. Not that time.
Al Fox has the first 2 points of this game.
You better be aware of Fox. He's a walk-on. A walk-on, I should say. And let me tell you what, this guy was something else last year. I thought he was their best player most of the time.
He's fourth in the conference in scoring. Spivey driving, and he's fouled. Spivey ties the game at 2. This is Holcomb. Bland, the transfer from Syracuse. Fox.
Tough defense. Tough to get inside. Boy, do they work. Tennis shoes are squeaking. Everybody down in the stands. Shot clock at 6.
Bland trying to create. Finds Holcomb. Got to get a shot away. He does. Beats the buzzer. Walton tips it loose. Can he save it? Cox Arena hosted first-round NCAA games last year. Bland hits the 15-footer. That's his range. He's a very... Aztecs with a 1-point lead, and Fox in traffic draws contact. Conference losses. The loss at BYU by 9. They lost to Utah by 6. And then Wyoming and UNLV at home in overtime. Those were the crushers because Diego State. Brandon Smith with the steal.
He's got a lot of athleticism. This is a transfer from Michigan. Steve Fisher recruited. Steve Fisher has one of the best records in NCAA play. Not here today, as you mentioned, Rich. Brian Dutcher will do just fine. He's a quality coach.
Tony Bland missed badly. Spivey with the loose ball. He steps inside the arc and hits it. For as muscular and as strong as he is, he's an outstanding shooter.
You want to have some fun, watch when people try to run through the keyhole, and that guy's around. He'll put you on your backside. Tough kid, Alamosa, Colorado. His brother played for Rick Majerus.
DeAndre Moore is back in for San Diego State. This is Bland. Holcomb, his first real touch in the low blocks, and he missed the shot.
Court offense and get a great shot. This time they do, and gift wrap just didn't happen.
This is Holcomb. Lost his dribble. Al Fox working against Osmondson.
Boy, I tell you, everywhere Holcomb goes, somebody bumps him.
Holcomb. It's short. Holcomb. Bland off a screen. That may be a little too long for his range.
Well, they haven't gotten a good shot the last 3 times out. Brian Dutcher isn't very happy.
Bland. McHale
got back to work today, but kind of a little bit of a heavy heart here. Aztec head coach Steve Fisher was back with his team at Cox Arena tonight, but his heart is still in Illinois. He spent most of last week in the Midwest caring for his ill mother. Fisher, as I said, came back to San Diego last night, learned his mother had died. So a lot of emotions for the coach tonight. Hard to focus on the job at hand. Beating BYU. Let's see if his guys can win one for him tonight. Aztecs came out red hot against the Cougars. DeAndre Moore hit a couple of threes early. Later on the break, the dish to Randy Holcomb, who had another big game. He lays it in. He had 15. Aztecs up double digits. Holcomb puts on the passing cack. Look at the no-look to Mike McHale. Nice. But BYU pulling closer. Mark Bigelow with the deuce. Deuce Bigelow. Yeah, Cougars within 8 at the break. Second half, Mike McHale using a little strength, powers it inside the hoop and the foul. But BYU came back and tied this game late. 7-footer Dan Howard using all of that 7 feet. Hammer time. The Aztecs hold the lead this time. Moore could not miss from long range. 4 for 4 from the land of 3. Aztecs pick up their 3rd conference win, 77-73. And a nice scene there. Nice words of condolence from Cougars head coach Steve Cleveland. It's a nice clap.
There for the tip in. Second half, DeAndre Moore, the steal. Tony Bland takes it in for the high percentage shot. More passing. Walton to a cutting Epps, the hoop and the foul. Now check this. Wyoming on the break. Bland with a clean pick takes it all the way back the other way. Give me some. Oh, yeah. Cowboys get it back to 12, but Fox hits a big three, and the Aztecs lead by 15 with 7 to go. That's when Wyoming makes a late run. Marcus Bailey, the steal, takes it all the way. He's fouled, and no, that doesn't belong. No, he should never have made that. Jason straight by everybody. Wyoming now within 8 points. Check that. How about 6 points? Bailey, the drive, and the garbage off the glass. Pitiful. Just over a minute to play. Josh Davis, baseline drive, sweep reverse. The Cowboys all the way back from the dead, down by just 4. Final seconds now. Straight misses the 3 ball. Bailey gets the board. His shot's off the mark. It's tipped around. Fox grabs the ball, and the Aztecs do it. Beautiful. Their first win in Laramie in 11 years. Their first road sweep since 1985. Bland, 19 points. Holcomb, 15 and 11 boards. In a culmination of a great weekend of hoops. Friday night was also an historic night for the Aztecs. They went into Fort Collins, Colorado, and beat Colorado State at their place for the first time since 1982. That is a 20-year span, and just to put it into perspective, freshman guard Tommy Johnson was 2 days old the last time the Aztecs won up at Colorado State. They shot 60%, turned in their second straight strong performance, dominating the Rams 75-63. Al Fox leading everybody with 24 points, including a near-perfect night from the floor. Tony Bland, not to be outdone, 23 points on 10 of 14 shooting. Head coach Steve Fisher. Steve, congratulations. Exciting couple of games we've been watching there.
That's more like you planned games to go. 2 great wins for us, BR. Haven't won in either of those places in a long, long time, and to win in both of them on the same trip, I don't know that it's ever happened, but it was well-deserved. We played very good basketball.
Jason Bott, our producer here on the show, he offered some great insight to me. He said it looked like that the Aztecs were doing to the opposition what the opposition had been doing to the Aztecs up until that span of games. You follow me?
Well, I'm going to make Jason an assistant coach.
Well,
that's probably pretty astute. What we did in that game was we were the aggressor. And you know from being a player, if you hit somebody before they hit you and get them back on their heels a little bit, you're at an advantage. And we did that. We started it with our defense, and it carried over to our offense. We were the aggressor at both ends of the floor in a positive sort of way.
When you're wrapping up the season, you got 3 games left in the conference tournament. I heard some NIT talk. Tell me about what do you think as far as, is there any shot at NCAAs? I know we can win the conference tournament and go there. What are the Aztecs' chances?
Well, for us to go to the NCAA, we're going to have to win the conference tournament. It won't matter whether we sweep the board, win the next 3. If we don't win the conference tournament, we're not going to go. Utah and Wyoming, they still could, because one of those 2 will win the league. And it's not unrealistic for us to say we can go to Vegas and win that tournament. Right. Early on, I said I'd be disappointed if we didn't make a tournament. I was hoping for the tournament, the NCAA, but it would be monumental for this program to get into a tournament, and the NIT is the only other one out there. So I think we're in the mix. I don't think that we can afford not to win some more games if we want to be able to get in it. But we're playing well enough, and I believe it would be a good enough storyline, and we could bring a team that I think the NIT would like. So we're excited to think that we legitimately have a chance for one and our both.